I owe you guys a little bit of what's going on. Obviously, we're going to start off by let's start from the beginning. It was 1944, the first war during the World War II. Special Forces Operations Team John. John was an agent, and John had to go deep and behind enemy lines. John was the first ever soldier to ever make it. He was the first one to ever stop a nuclear detonation done by a Russian scientist, mad scientist that wanted to destroy the world. The Russian scientist's name was unknown. After killing the Russian scientist and saving the world, John was also an agent into another program. John was from the black government, created and made through the black government. This was to advance for the regular population of 1944. The intel subject and prostration is completely notified and donified. This will then lead to love you too, Father. This will then be outed to the production system such as what we are doing now. In 1944 to 2012, John was bad. John had completed several missions with code-name Isaac Commander. Isaac Commander was John's best friend. They did everything together, every mission. John was the best man. In 1955, John teamed up with a Special Ops Forces unit. This was known to have a chemical reaction. Another Russian scientist in 1956 had developed a chemical weapon. The chemical weapon could literally kill and turn anything into a piece of pile. This would incinerate any bodies of any kind if it came within a 50-yard radius. In the year 5067, flame. No, my bad. Yeah, not 5067. I'm sorry, I got excited there. Anyways, but back to the story. So, after John would complete several missions with Isaac Commander, John went dark. The last place Isaac Commander spoke with John was in 2012. In 2012, there was one more mission. Isaac Commander had to go in undercover trying to rescue John from a task force known as 215. This task force was also known as a obsolete special ops unit that made and created through many different countries such as Urbama, Ukraine, and Jabu. All named the country in Russia. The helicopter came in after John. As they were headed out, something happened. An explosion happened, trapping the two best friends together. Once the sticks and the paws would be completely clouded together, then it would get more advanced. John told Isaac Commander that he loved him and that you are my best friend and I will see you again in the future. Isaac Commander said, I will not leave you. You are my best friend. I'll get all my men out alive. That was the last time they saw each other. Little did they know, John escaped with a 215 Acar helicopter chopper. At the time, it was known as a really experienced and a high-tech helicopter of the Russians. This helicopter was equipped with 2.4 missiles on each side. This made 4 missiles, 2 and 2 on the top, 1 machine gun to mount. There was exactly 2 co-pilots, and there was exactly 1 on each. This could operate on each defenses, making this thing almost invincible. The task force unit was killed by Isaac Commander himself. John was not to be existed ever again. One year after that, John was reunited, and again, this is how the op went through it. Are you sure he's got him? Yes, this is the obsolete unit. John, be careful. We are behind you. Remember this. We need to get the general responsible for the attack in all the states. We need the money for this. Do you not understand? I understand completely, my friend. But this is business. If your best friend still knew you were alive, he would... I know. In one of the scenes, John, the agent, had went in with another task force of his own. These guys would go in against Taliban forces and kill them. They were located on a type of a ship container. The ship was huge. And on the ship, they had to go through container after container killing enemies. Once they got to the area of it, they found the general. This is where the clone of Isaac Commander was put at. As the general said, "Ah, you have brought me the incompetent. How interesting." As John said this, "Yes. Don't kill him, though. He is my best friend, General. We are here to do business, John. Don't kill him. My intentions isn't to kill the incompetent. He has been captured directly through his own..." I see. So, what exactly are we doing here? I have a business proposition for you, John. I am the general. I am part of a very, very powerful task force. I can pay you what you want, when you want, how you want. After all, it's the least I could do since you helped me. I helped you because you said my family would be safe. And they are. But I still need money for my proposition. I offer you $10 million to do this mission. $10 million. You were to assassinate Jones. Jones. $10 million, my friend, in cash. the hell is this? Is this a setup? Oh, fucking clone. In the assassination on the ship, a UX-6 helicopter was planted there, also with other special forces of the enemies. They came to try to kill John. At the lead of this did not work. The Special Ops Units team already had it in play. As John looked at the clone that thought of Isaac Commander and left, disappointed in his head. He left out the back door with 2 other Special Ops units. They would then blow a casket and blow a hole inside the container, and then they would get to safety. At the same time, the USA Special Forces unit would then accompanied by Isaac Commander himself. After previously a false DNA and false face recognition, it was then known it was not Isaac Commander, but a clone of one of John's Special Forces ops. He was killed by the general that paid him $10 million. Isaac Commander and his forces would then go up and team up and try to take out all the enemies trying to capture John. By the time they got to the area and inside the building, he was already gone. But wait. As Isaac Commander destroyed ships and tanks, he gave the all clear. Before John escaped, he looked at Isaac Commander one last time and said, "Come here." John went outside and asked John why. Isaac Commander asked John, "Why did you turn? You were my brother, my friend. We fought together after all those missions we did. Calabao, Transcendent, Korban, Akasio, Initiation, Prometeo. I can just countless missions. Killing off generals and destroying tanks, saving the world. What are you doing, John? Why are you doing this?" John responded, "In time you will see. It will all make sense. I must go now. Commander Intel will give you more information. Commander Researches will also give you information. They both must be killed and stopped. They work for a Special Ops unit, 4 Special Ops units. You must find them, Isaac Commander, and kill them all. I have to go. You will never see me again as long as you live. I'm sorry, old friend. But this has to be done. If we are to... We have to go! Now! I have to go, Isaac Commander. I'm sorry. I have to do this." And just like that, John was gone. What did John have to do? People, as a commander, just couldn't understand it. For years and years, he had been working with them. All missions, saving the world, special op units. He just couldn't get it through his head. He didn't understand it. He just didn't see it. After all those missions, after all those years, fighting, taking out enemies, the best of the best. It was 2014. 1 year after the Colonial War. General Blue and General Green and Isaac Commander both led a team against Commander Intel. Cyber Commander would then reunite the forces. If you guys don't know who Cyber Commander is, she is actually a girl known as Kryptonus. Kryptonus is a martial arts specialist that is also a warlord that serves the Lord God and Jesus Christ as well as Ice Commander does. Cyber Commander would then use his forces to destroy General Red and Commander Intel. They would use a special ops unit into a databases of 2025. 2025, they would have enough tanks, enough soldiers to take out all-out war. They would build a command center, build research centers, and kill every last one of the enemy by destroying tanks. Nexus Commander seen this. It was the year 2021. Nexus Commander had then just known of many different things of the collectible and the paradigm. The paradigm would then understand and was then, as well as we all know, the known terrorist. Commander Intel would lead a special ops unit. Again, Commander Intel decided to team up with the paradigm and the collective. The collective and the paradigm and Commander Intel Commander Intel would give them information leading out where General Green was. After General Green, General Red, General Green, General Blue, they would then understand things of Cyber Commander and try to help them and give them and supply her with technology that she needed. Commander Intel would then use a tactics forces of a multi-strike Intel strike unit. This would be operational between 13 million kilobytes of power through 15,000 kilobytes of power, an additional twist to make extremely strong in power number. They would strike the enemy where they was and how it began and where it was. After destroying multiple satellite centers and command posts and even welds, and Flame had this to say: "Commander, I have grown tired of this. You will die by my hand. I will eliminate your world and completely destroy it. You will see my full power." Flame would then start researching and getting test subjects between 15 and 16-year-olds, boys and girls, to obtain his disgustingness power rating of being young again. Test subjects would then scream in misery and die. Flame would extract what makes them young on each 15 and 16-year-old boy and girl. After he had what he wanted, he would destroy the corpse into nothing. After the screaming and pain went away, they eventually became nothing but mush. As Commander was not so pleased on this. He needed to move fast. After killing Collective and Paradigm, Commander Intel was left to be in charge. Commander Intel would then have the most powerful unit to the Collectives. Commander Intel was supplying the Collective and the Paradigm with resources and technology and oil. But later figured out that they were destroyed by none other than General Green. General Blue's forces would then move into another special ops unit known as the Imperations. The Imperations would then become extremely strong and completely ancient. One, insulation, not impalations, but insulation would be so strong it would be almost as powerful as an impalation. The insulation would be extremely strong as a power bot unit. It is now 2022, 1 year after the first of the Second War. After Nexus being killed in late 2021, he was destroyed by General Green and Blue himself. The NASA system was developed to protect us. Nexus Commander would then use it to destroy the Earth and the world completely. After destroying the systems up in space, the intellection to all this would then be completed. After saving the Nexus system and completely diabolicking all missiles and missile systems, we would then be free. The year is now 2021 to 20. No, it is now 2122. Just 2 years had gone by. Well, a lot more years you asked me on that. Anyways, it is now 2122. 2122. Commander Intel has now. Commander Intel has now has ultra satellite systems. He has enough missile systems to actually open up his entire guide. Scorp Commander told Intel that if he was supplying the goods, he would pay him more money to build his technological system. Scanning systems and would run out the way and completely understand exactly what he was talking about. A researcher known as Researcher Commander L would also be helping on the project. Flame would then oversee this and completely sign off on the irrigations. They would be building the most powerful satellite system the world has ever seen. Goopa knew about this and wanted help from General Green and General Blue. As they were working together to try to prevent such a machine, Flame had then took forces and took Carla. Carla was a sister of Agent Black. Agent Black was also known as a Mankind. Agent Black was not even an agent. I don't know how I even got that name, to be honest, because it was just cool. Agent Black would then use the most largest forces in the world than the world has ever seen on Gamma. After fighting off Flame's forces and completely destroying them, and defending their planet Gamma, the world would then be safe. Agent Black in the years to come would then team up with Isaac Commander, trying to prevent any further war. The year is now 2225 years after the defense of Gamma. Beta forces would then understand and retake all command ships. The player was now not even leaving the playing field anymore at this point. Back on Tariko, multi-bases would then be built by General Green himself. This would cost anywhere between $15 million to $15 billion. Building technological and technological weapons, missiles, defenses, and a grid. So even if the tiniest mouse ran by it, it could actually be scanned. The scan radius was up to almost 1 kilometer wide. The interesting thing about this kilometer, though, is it's completely different than any other kilometer. The kilometer would then be almost 1 trillion long. And trillions to this type of a year, it's a kilometer of different trillions. So we're talking about a radius that could go farther than a regular trillion. Its mechanism systems will then pick up AI support and resources, different type of technological things. Building these type of forces would require extremely magnet power. At the time, this wasn't oil anymore. This is more like power of energy. They would need a lot of energy to power these technological things, such as vehicles, tanks, guns, and food supplies. You ask me, it's kind of weird. The year is now 2027. In 2027, Flame launched his first Grubler attack. One of the Space Lords that had a team. Ice Commander's team would then go in and destroy the other teams that Flame had been created. It was then here that he would understand the true power and he was done messing around. However, Isaac Commander lost his entire team. They were all killed by Flame. One at a time. We didn't even know it, but Flame had an inside guy watching us the entire time, Isaac Commander said. Isaac Commander had this to say about his team. I am deeply disappointed. I love them like my own family. I had trained with them so many years to be the best of the best. But now, here I am standing. Nothing to forgive and nothing to stand. I feel helpless in the middle. I feel sad. I feel abandoned. The year is now 2921. 2921 Commander Intel and Commander Resources were then located by General Green and Cyber Commander and General Blue. Commander Intel would lead the force of the attack and kill Commander Intel and Commander Resources. Resources would then be completely wiped out and the base would be completely destroyed. After completely destroying and knocking out completely everything, they would then use the forces and team up and rebuild the world. Ironically, Intel somehow stayed alive as Resources did not. Resources had this to say before dying. Do you know who you are? Do you know who I am? I am God! Not on this planet, you're not. The intuition of God had been betrayed through Bible days, and the beginning of everything. But those who thought they were God and not Lord Jesus Christ didn't make sense. Until the God of the phrases were long way and long formed on camera and national television. They'd be forming million things in completely different galaxies, building up and understanding 3 to 4 different things in the lore. However, there were more things than we thought about. The year was now 3031. Flame, we thought we killed him in 30. We thought he was killed by his own creation. Guess what? We were wrong. As things became more and more technology, it is now 4047. The year is now 4047. Hell God, over the ridge! Kill the demons! As Commander was also Supreme Commander. At this point, he also joined the Mech Warriors. Stronger suit and stronger mobility, more power, directive power, overcoming power. He had the shield of God on his hand. He would then take the sword and shield and kill the enemy and completely stop Flame's war. We thought we killed Flame back in World War II, and then the Future War, and then the Ultimate War. But we were wrong. Flame would then show up as the devil himself, Satan, Lucifer. And that is when we had the all-out war. We would finally take out the monster and the beast that he is. Using test subjects to make himself young again to nothing anymore except the creature he is, Satan. Would kill this man and would kill Satan and kill Lucifer, draining him completely free in all sin from the earth. Finally, we would understand and completely in this corrupted city. We would slay the demon and slay the demons, and sin would be forgotten about forever. As for the universe and space would be wiped away, clear of all sin. And we would rebuild another nation to become strong.
This is where I tell you you've done an excellent job picking up those parts. Head to the crafting bench, please.
Welcome to... When you select a socket, you have access to your inventory, where you can...
Gun crafting? Excellent. Let's get you on the range then. Your goal? Don't die. The less you die, the better you make me look to my superiors. Good luck. Don't mind the wait. We're just cleaning up the live fire range from the mess the last recruit left. Survived your first live fire chamber. Now you're heading back to the armory. Don't be afraid to build a better gun before you head back to the range. You'll need it.
If you picked up any money during your combat training, you can use it to buy more gun parts. Each time you come back here, they'll replenish, so feel free to stock up.
Or save up for those heftier parts. The best guns don't grow on trees, you know.
I wish I could tell you that you could get used to the Colonel, but you really don't.
So without further ado, guys, that is a lore and story behind everything until next time. So as you guys know the story, you guys know the lore, what's going on, you guys know why, now start from finish, that Flame wasn't killed, you know that he's still out there somewhere. But I wanted to, the reason I'm making this video here, and the reason I think I did a really good job in this area of talking to you guys, is because this has been a long time story coming, and I just wanted to, tell you where it came from, how it happened, what's going on, what we're going to be seeing, and just some of the stuff that, I see personally that we're going to be seeing in the future. So, in real life, we could be seeing this right here. This could be a real life ship, like real life, and you could see this right here. You could see this right here. I'm telling you. So everybody says a game is just a game, but I mean, look at it. That year, that time, that processor. It's all about things that we've never seen before. Is it true demons could be upon us? I guess. My year on that is, it's a late year of 4061, but it could be sooner. I mean, it just depends on what's going on, It's so, like I said, games are cool and stuff, and, they have, a huge meaning, but my story, it really, it tells you more. It gives you more of a backline. You're not just, understanding something and then not understanding something, because there is a lot of stuff to see that. There's a lot of stuff that you guys understand. There is a huge story over John. There's a huge story. There's a huge story of Jones. You have Jones, you have John, you have Isaac Commander, you have Supreme Commander, you have Isaac versus John, you have all these different things, and it's very different. It's going back to where it all started. And for this, it's probably World War One, not World War Two, because John was in World War One. Jones wasn't in World War One, but Jones was in World War Two because Jones was created in World War Two. John was created in World War One. Isaac Commander was also created in before the World War One. He was back. I think America was fighting British or something. I don't know. He may have been in World War One. I'm not sure, but so that's the lore of the story. That's they're coming in. We gotta defend them. Shoot them. It's where all this is happening. It's where we come from. It's the lore of everything. It's the title, the understanding of where stuff is. And I know I could have done this with Destiny, but I just felt like you guys, you needed something. You needed a real story. You didn't. I didn't want to pot you guys with Destiny 2 because I thought if I did that, if I told the story with Destiny 2, then it would be very different. Because but this is it. Here he is. He's coming in, and he's coming down, and it's just a very different thing. And it's not just a story because it actually happened. So it's just very different to see, where things are going on. How this is happening, where we're going in there. We're trying to see where the story is happening, and now we know exactly what happens. And when I make these games, you guys are gonna see exactly how that is and what really happened. So it's very different to see what that's happening. And I appreciate you guys so much, and I love you guys so much. So thank you. I just want to go ahead and say thank you on Facebook, thank you on YouTube, thank you so much on Steam, thank you on Twitch, thank you guys in general. And I'm gonna try to do the best on a giveaway in February. I do my best on that. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I just, things are going not so well for me right now, but I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I love your comments. I love your likes. I love your subscribers. Subs, my bad. All, if you guys want to, never necessary, but if you guys want to, then be my guest. I appreciate it. All I ask is that you enjoy the content and that you like what you see. Alright, thank you guys so much, and we'll be streaming Destiny soon.